Welcome to the topics coupled oscillations and blackbody radiation. A. Coupled oscillations. Two systems in which the motion of one system can influence that of the other are called coupled oscillators. The two systems are said to be coupled to each other and their oscillations are called coupled oscillations. The extent to which the motion of one system influences the motion of the other is called coupling of the systems. The coupled systems can be electrical or mechanical. Examples are: 1. A double pendulum in which one pendulum is attached to a rigid support and the second attached to the bob of the first, figure 1a. 2. Two pendulums coupled by a spring, figure 1b. A simple pendulum executing simple harmonic motion has only one degree of freedom because its motion is confined to a line or a plane, and to specify its motion only one coordinate is sufficient. Double pendulums have 2 degrees of freedom. In general, no part of the double pendulum moves with simple harmonic motion, but small oscillations of coupled oscillations can be considered as a superposition of two independent simple harmonic motions taking place simultaneously. Two pendulums coupled by a spring. Consider the coupled oscillator shown in figure 1b before. Let the pendulum A oscillates first with pendulum B at rest. From A, energy gets transferred to B and it alternates between the pendulums A and B. When the amplitude of pendulum A is maximum, the amplitude of pendulum B is 0 and vice versa, figure 2. The energy due to oscillation is transferred from one pendulum to the other and the process continues. The amplitude of oscillations of either pendulum changes with an angular frequency W1 minus W2, where W1 and W2 are the angular frequencies of the system when they oscillate as shown in figure 3a. This phenomenon of variation of amplitude is called beats. The difference in frequency W1 minus W2 is called beat frequency. Even though the motion is periodic, it is not simple harmonic. They execute fast oscillations with an angular frequency W average is equal to W1 plus W2 divided by 2, together with the formation of beats superimposed on their motion. The oscillations corresponding to the symmetric mode is shown in figure 3a and the antisymmetric mode is shown in figure 3b. Normal vibrations of two identical coupled oscillators. Figure 4 shows two identical simple pendulums having the same length L and a bob of mass m coupled to each other using a horizontal spring of force constant K and negligible mass. When the two bobs are in equilibrium, the spring remains unstretched. Let the displacements of the two bobs from the mean position at any instant t be x1 and x2. The restoring force on the spring is equal to K into x2 minus x1, let it be equation number 1. It is assumed that the displacements are small and the motion is undamped. Restoring force due to mg is equal to mg divided by L into x. The equations of motion of the two pendulums are m x1 double dot is equal to mg x1 divided by L plus k into x2 minus x1, let it be equation number 2. M x2 double dot is equal to minus mg x2 divided by L plus k into x2 minus x1, let it be equation number 3. Due to the elastic force k into x2 minus x1, the first bob is pulled away and the second bob is moved towards the equilibrium position. Let W be the angular frequency of each of the two systems. The solutions of the equations 2 and 3b, x1 is equal to a1 cos Wt plus b1 sin Wt. x2 is equal to a2 cos Wt plus b2 sin Wt, let it be equation number 4. Substituting the values of x1 and x2 in equations 2 and 3, we get minus m a1 w square cos Wt minus m b1 w square cos Wt is equal to minus mg a1 cos Wt divided by L minus mg b1 sin Wt divided by L plus Ka2 cos Wt plus Kb2 sin Wt minus Ka1 cos Wt minus Kb1 sin Wt. Let it be equation number 5. Minus m a2 w square cos Wt minus m b2 w square sin Wt is equal to minus mg a2 cos Wt divided by L minus mg b2 sin Wt divided by L minus Ka2 cos Wt minus Kb2 sin Wt plus Ka1 cos Wt plus Ka1 sin Wt. Let it be equation number 6. These two equations are valid at any instant of time. So, equating the coefficients of sine and cosine on the two sides of these equations, we get minus m a1 w square is equal to minus mg a1 divided by L plus Ka2 minus Ka1. Let it be equation number 7. Minus m b1 w square is equal to minus mg b1 divided by L plus Kb2 minus Kb1. Let it be equation number 8. And minus m a2 w square is equal to minus mg a2 divided by L minus Ka2 plus Ka1. Let it be equation number 9. Minus m b2 w square is equal to minus mg b2 divided by L minus Kb2 plus Kb1. Let it be equation number 10. The simultaneous equations for a1 and a2 can be written as w square minus g by L minus k by m into a1 plus k by m into a2 is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 11. K by m a1 plus w square minus g by L minus k by m into a2 is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 12. Similar equations can be written for b1 and b2 also. These two simultaneous equations have non-trivial solutions if determinant of w square minus g by L minus k by m, k by m, k by m, w square minus g by L minus k by m is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 13. That is, w square minus g by L minus k by m is equal to plus or minus k by m. W square is equal to g by L plus k by m plus or minus k by m. Let it be equation number 14. If w1 and w2 are the two values of w, w1 square is equal to g by L plus 2 k by m, or w1 is equal to square root of g by L plus 2 k by m. Let it be equation number 15. w2 square is equal to g by L, or w2 is equal to square root of g by L. Let it be equation number 16. Substituting the values of w1 square in equation 12, we get a2 is equal to minus a1, and similarly b2 is equal to minus b1. Substituting the value of w2 square, we get a2 is equal to a1 and b2 is equal to b1. The general solutions for the displacements can be written as x1 is equal to a1 cos Wt plus b1 sin Wt, which is equal to a into cos W1t plus b into sin W1t plus c into cos W2t plus d into sin W2t. Let it be equation number 17. And x2 is equal to a2 cos Wt plus b2 sin Wt, which is equal to minus a cos W1t minus b sin W1t plus c cos W2t plus d sin W2t. Let it be equation number 18, where a, b, c and d are the constants of integration, which can be found out by knowing the initial positions and velocities of the two pendulums. Each of these solutions depends on both frequencies W1 and W2. B. Blackbody radiation. Consider an enclosure of volume V whose walls are maintained at a temperature of T Kelvin. The enclosure contains electromagnetic radiations. Such a system is called a blackbody cavity. A cavity can be produced in any material, and when it is heated to a certain temperature, the atoms in the cavity constantly excite and absorb electromagnetic EM radiations. In equilibrium, there will be a certain amount of electromagnetic radiations. The electromagnetic radiation trapped inside the cavity and in thermal equilibrium with the walls of the cavity are called blackbody radiations. Under equilibrium conditions, the blackbody radiation can be considered as photon gas, because inside the cavity the photons behave like molecules of a gas. It is assumed that the photons do not interact among themselves. They interact only with the atoms of the walls of the cavity. The rest mass of a photon is 0. The energy of a photon is h nu and its momentum is h nu by c, where nu is the frequency of radiation. The photons move in all possible directions with the speed of light. Each photon has a spin angular momentum equal to 1 into h by 2 pi. The photons are indistinguishable and they obey Bose-Einstein statistics. So, photons are considered as bosons. There is no restriction on the number of photons in an energy state. If a photon of energy h nu is absorbed, it can be replaced by the omission of several low energy photons of energy h nu 1, h nu 2, etc., such that the total energy is constant. That is, h nu is equal to h nu 1 plus h nu 2 plus etc. Our aim is to derive Planck's radiation equation using BE statistics. According to this statistics, the most probable distribution of the particles among various quantum states whose degeneracy Gi is given by Ni is equal to Gi divided by e raised to alpha plus beta into Ei minus 1, let it be equation number 1. But for a system in thermal equilibrium, beta is equal to 1 by k into T, where k is the Boltzmann's constant and T is the temperature. To find alpha, the photons can either be emitted or absorbed by the atoms of the walls of the cavity at constant temperature. During this process, a higher energy photon is converted into a number of low energy photons. Even though the total energy remains constant, the total number of photons is not a constant. So, the condition summation I dni is equal to 0 is not applicable because summation ni is equal to capital N is a constant does not hold good. Hence, the multiplier alpha is equal to 0. Substituting the values of beta is equal to kt and alpha is equal to 0 in equation 1, we get Ni is equal to Gi divided by e raised to Ei divided by k into T minus 1, let it be equation number 2. Let G of epsilon be the number of cells per unit volume of the phase space or the number of energy states per unit interval of energy. Then the number of energy states or eigenstates in the energy range from epsilon to epsilon plus d epsilon is denoted by G of epsilon d epsilon. The number of photons in this energy range is given by n of epsilon d epsilon is equal to G of epsilon d epsilon divided by e raised to e by k into T minus 1. The energy of a photon is E is equal to h nu. Hence, the number of photons in the frequency range from nu to nu plus d nu is given by n of nu d nu is equal to G of nu d nu divided by e raised to h nu divided by kt minus 1. Let it be equation number 3. To find the value of G of nu d of nu, each elementary cell in the phase space corresponds to an allowed eigenstate. The volume of each elementary cell is h cube. The phase space consists of the position space and the momentum space. The volume of a position space is V, which is the volume of the enclosure. Then the volume of the momentum space is Vp is equal to h cube divided by V. Hence, Vp is the size of an elementary cell in the momentum space. Within one cell, only one value of momentum can be recognized and thus this represents an eigenstate. Hence, in a volume h cube divided by V, we have one eigenstate. At any instant, all photons which have their momenta between p and p plus dp will be within a spherical shell having radii p and p plus dp. The volume of this shell is 4 pi p square dp. The total number of eigenstates between the momenta p and p plus dp is G of p dp is equal to 4 pi p square dp divided by h cube divided by v, which is equal to 4 pi p square v dp divided by h cube. Let it be equation number 4. The momentum of the photon p is equal to h nu divided by c, dp is equal to h d nu divided by c. By substituting the values of p and dp in equation 4, the total number of eigenstates between the frequencies nu and nu plus d nu can be found out. It is equal to g of nu d nu. G of nu d nu is equal to 4 pi v into h square nu square divided by c square h cube into h by c d nu is equal to 4 pi v divided by c cube into nu square d nu. Let it be equation number 5. There are two states of polarization for the photons, one clockwise and the other anti-clockwise. So, the total number of eigenstates available for the photons in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu is obtained by multiplying equation 5 by 2. G of nu d nu is equal to 8 pi v divided by c cube into nu square d nu divided by e raised to h nu by kt minus 1. Let it be equation number 6. Energy of a single photon is h nu. If the energy lying in the frequency range between nu and nu plus d nu is u of nu d nu, then u of nu d nu is equal to h nu into n of nu d nu. Let it be equation number 7. The spectral energy density u of nu is the energy density per unit volume. Using equation 6 and 7, we get u of nu d nu is equal to capital U of nu d nu divided by v, which is equal to h of nu into n of nu divided by v d nu. U of nu d nu is equal to 8 pi h divided by c cube into nu cube d nu divided by e raised to h nu divided by kt minus 1. Let it be equation number 8. This is the Planck's radiation equation or Planck's law radiation. Equation 8 can be expressed in terms of lambda. Nu is equal to c by lambda, d nu is equal to c into d lambda divided by lambda square. Substituting in equation 8, we get u of lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi h divided by c cube into c cube divided by lambda cube into minus c by lambda square d lambda divided by e raised to hc by lambda kt minus 1. With increase in wavelength, the frequency decreases. So, u of lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc divided by lambda raised to 5 into d lambda divided by e raised to hc by lambda kt minus 1. Let it be equation number 9. This is the Planck's law for the radiations emitted by a black body. Wien's law start section. When lambda is small, e raised to hc by lambda into kt is very larger than 1, and 1 in the denominator of equation 9 is neglected. U of lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc divided by lambda raised to 5 into d lambda divided by e raised to hc divided by lambda kt, that is equal to c1 into lambda raised to minus 5 into e raised to minus c2 divided by lambda t d lambda, where c1 is equal to 8 pi hc and c2 is equal to hc divided by k. This is called Wien's distribution law. Wien's law could explain the distribution of energy in the spectrum of a black body in the short wavelength region only. See figure 4. Rayleigh-Jean's law. When lambda is large, e raised to hc by lambda kt is equal to 1 plus hc divided by lambda kt. E raised to hc by lambda kt minus 1 is equal to hc divided by lambda kt. Substituting this in equation 9, we get u of lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi hc divided by lambda raised to 5 into d lambda divided by hc into lambda kt. U of lambda d lambda is equal to 8 pi kt divided by lambda raised to 4 into d lambda. This is Rayleigh-Jean's law of radiation, which could explain the distribution of energy in the spectrum of a black body in the long wavelength region only, that is BC in figure 4. But Planck could explain the energy distribution for all the wavelengths. Let me summarize this session. Two systems in which the motion of one system can influence that of the other are called coupled oscillators. The two systems are said to be coupled to each other and their oscillations are called coupled oscillations. The electromagnetic radiation trapped inside the black body cavity and in thermal equilibrium with the walls of the cavity are called black body radiations. Wien's law could explain the distribution of energy in the spectrum of a black body in the short wavelength region only, and Rayleigh-Jean's law of radiation could explain the distribution of energy in the spectrum of a black body in the long wavelength region only. Here are some questions for you to work out. First one, state Planck's law for black body radiation. Second one, what is called Wien's distribution law? Third one, why photons are considered as bosons? Fourth one, explain the action of two pendulums coupled by a spring. Fifth one, what are called beats and beat frequency? Let me suggest some books for your reference. First one, Classical Dynamics of Particles and Systems, 4th edition by S.T. Totten and J.B. Marion. Second one, Mechanics, Statistical Mechanics and Relativity by Professor Vivekanandan P. Kadavu. Third one, Engineering Mechanics, 5th edition by J.L. Marion and L.G. Craig. Thank you for watching this session. See you next time. Until then, bye.